Welcome to the show, A Mexican Crossing Lines. You're listening on 88.1 FM, KPPPLP, Fargo-Moorhead, where we are adding local color to your airwaves. And on tonight's Superchat, we're going to be covering Paloma for Navarro. Omar Navarro. Do you know who he is?
I've seen a few things on him lately.
Yep. There's been stuff about him. And I was looking for a video of the first time I heard of Omar Navarro. It was a Paloma video where she was interviewing him in a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I didn't know anything about this guy, but I thought the video was hilarious because we all know that Paloma for Fraud is a narcissist.
Uh-huh.
And she has to have the camera pointed right at her face or her boobs, right? Like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's filming herself, and Navarro is also an attention beep.
Mm-hmm.
He's also an attention seeker.
Yep.
So he jumps in front of the camera too. And she turns the camera back on herself and tries to keep calm and keep talking as if it doesn't bother her that he's stealing her limelight. But he keeps grabbing the attention again and putting the camera on himself over and over again. I was just loving the video.
Yeah.
Because you could tell it was a war between these two. Who's going to get the camera?
I'm talking now. No, I'm talking now. And it's like, what are they trying to say in this video? I'm seeing it switch back and forth.
Oh, yeah. And she was also obviously drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the video was both, a full 3-ring circus.
Mm-hmm.
And that it was hilarious watching both of them try to fight for the camera and get in front of the camera. And you could tell she was low-key pissed at him.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be doing a video endorsing you, but I kind of want to kill you right now because you keep taking the camera away from me. Do you guys remember seeing that video? Did you see it? She's a serial eraser. She erases so much. It's hard to find anything that she has said and done in the past because she deletes everything.
Yep.
But we still have some of the crazy things that she has
left out there.
Left for us to find. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be showing you some of those things tonight. Ooh, I forgot. Did you put in the Halloween one? With the colored lights?
No.
Because I was hoping that we could put in it. We still have time to grab it. Meanwhile, I will tell folks that we very much appreciate their following and their support on all our social media platforms. You can find us at kpppfm.com if you want to catch up on our past shows, podcasts, etc. You can go and find all of our articles and podcast shows and video links there. Plus, you can follow us on Facebook at 88.1 FM KPPPLP Fargo-Moorhead. And you can also leave us a message on our call-in line. It is a message line, so we don't pick it up. We don't pick up during the show. Unless we've had a pre-agreed upon interview that we will be having with you, then what you're going to do is leave a message for us so we can set that up. And you can also follow us on Twitter at media_PPP, or you can email me or Duke at cindy@kpppfm.com or Duke at kpppfm.com.
And don't forget to go to kpppfm.com. That's where we put all of our podcasts, our audio files, and also you can find out more information about our organization. And one way you can support us is going to the donation link, kpppfm.com/donate. Also, you can go to kpppfm patreon.com/underwriting. I'd like to thank our newest underwriter, Paloma for Trump.com. Make my life great again, Paloma, 4, Trump.com. If you'd like to do some underwriting, what it is that you can advertise your business on our radio station, and you make a tax-deductible contribution because the FCC allows us to do that, and you get recognized for your philanthropy, and you get an announcement on the air. It's not a full-blown ad of, that you see in commercial radio, but it gives enough information that shows that you support community radio. If you'd like to do that, please go to kpppfm.com/underwriting opportunities. Also on our website, we have all of our programming. We have a Mexican Crossing Lines. We have the policy isn't up there yet. They'll be up there soon. But the Crazy Libertarian, who airs on Tuesday night, he's on the radio on Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. So people driving around the community that listen to the radio in their cars in their 8 a.m. drive to work can hear the Crazy Libertarian. We also have Finding Me, that's on Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and we have other programming throughout the week, Cafe Rica, and money-making opportunities from 7 to 9 on Saturdays, and all sorts of other things that we put up there. So if you're in the Fargo-Moorhead area and you listen to 88.1, there's plenty to hear. If you're on Facebook and on YouTube, there's plenty for you to see.
Now, as you all have known for quite some time, Paloma is a friendless sociopath who tends to vent whatever is happening to her on her live streams. Mm-hmm. So she has someone to talk to. So she has anyone to talk to and tell her sad life story to. And this is from a little while back, but this is one that she did around Halloween. And in it, she actually, this is one of the last times that she was still showing her face.
That's right.
Yeah, I wanted to remind folks, back when Paloma was still showing her face on videos. Remember this?
Let me see what other filter I can use. Let's do a pretty one. That's cute, right? Better. That's more like me. I don't like that black and white one. So weird. Oh, that's kind of weird. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. It's this one. Oh, no. That's creepy. This one. This one.
You would think it's impossible to make her creepier.
It was amazing. Julie, I think he's getting so much done, and I think that we've never seen a president as hands-on as he is, and it's amazing. I'm so glad that he came out, and I mean, he is a builder, and his experience is in real estate. He's not a politician. He knows how to deal with the people that are in charge. I mean, I may look tired, but I'm actually not that tired. I am probably going to study for another 3 hours tonight.
She's not a politician?
I'm going to take a shower.
Yeah,
and then
she is one day and she's not the next.
So, yeah. I think it's amazing that he came out. I'm so happy he came out. So, there's a lot of work to be done, as he said. I love the way he answers people, because I asked him, so what do you mean that you're not going to, the wall's not going to cover from side to side, from, east to west or whatever, west to east, he's like, no, there's some areas where you can't even build. There's some.
So, as per usual, she's talking about the president because she knows people that love Trump, follow Trump, defend Trump, support Trump, especially diehard supporters, that they like others who, like themselves, care about the substance of the presidency and not about his specific, the things they criticize about him, the way he looks, the way he talks, the other things that a lot of people take pot shots at, that, Trump supporters are raw about. And she knows that people are going to be listening in, supporting her. She's managed to make money off of grifting. She's been someone that's gotten men who she puts in compromising positions, who then she takes photos with, who then she blackmails, and she extorts money from, to the tune of thousands of dollars, as some of the people that have come on my show have told you themselves. Mm-hmm. This is what she did to me. People have told you they've given her money in exchange for the care of and in exchange for the adoption of animals. Again, getting thousands of dollars and not delivering on what she promised. In other words, this is a person that is in it for the grift. Mm-hmm. They're in it for the cash. They're in it for the moolah. Right?
Right.
Also, if they can get some fame out of it,
oh yeah,
if they can create a following, that's not a bad thing.
Perceived fame might be. Her reach is very small.
She's got a fake thing on her page that says 60,000 followers.
Yeah. Back in the day when she was being used by whoever for whatever they were using her for, she's lost that stellar thing, and now she's just dwindling out there.
Do you think the people that look at her page and see that believe it? Or just automatically believe it, even though they can see that most of her videos get like 20 views?
Well, the people that are following her page actually are lemmings. They are just sitting there like following her over the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, recently, she's put out videos, no face.
Yeah, faceless.
She's even done interviews with other Republicans, other conservatives, and the other two people are sitting there in the live stream being interviewed, and their names are in their little squares, like they're like split screens, three split screens.
Yeah. And
then it says the name of each person, and there's Paloma for Trump, and there's just an empty square.
Yep, with her name. And you hear her voice in the background somewhere.
Yeah, it's like, did she fall down the toilet or something? Yeah. Where'd she go? I don't know. But there is a new video of her out there where she is endorsing Mr. Navarro. And we're going to talk about it tonight and break it down bit by bit. Just for those of you out there who haven't seen it, just a recap of it. In it, Paloma appears to be inebriated. Is that what you would call it, Duke?
Yeah. Or
like flat out drunk. What would you say?
Flat out drunk.
She's flat out drunk? Okay, all right. I was trying to be polite. But she claims that she is completely free of, she lives a very healthy life. And she has criticized very harshly other people, calling them drunks in the past. So it's not only interesting and surprising, but hilarious to see her post. And I have shown you now at least 4 videos of her drunk, where she's live streaming herself drunk.
Exactly.
And I think it's an important thing, because I'm not criticizing alcohol, nor am I criticizing drinking or being drunk. It's not illegal to drink, and it's also not illegal to be drunk, right?
Right.
So it's not like she's doing anything illegal. But here's the thing I do know about following some of these con artists, frauds for fame, and that is that they drink so frequently and they live stream so spontaneously, even though they're trying to guard their image, they can't help ending up doing both at the same time.
Right.
And the fact that there exists more than one video of her live drunk streaming?
Drunk streaming, yes.
I'm going to dub it drunk streaming. should tell you something about how true her healthy lifestyle is. Mm-hmm. Right, Duke?
Right. You know, we had a couple of people just make donations. Oh, my screen is frozen. A crazy lady made a $20 donation. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. That's what we're going to see. And also Deborah.
Deborah, thank you.
Sienna. So thank you. And
I wanted it to do this super chat talking about this Navarro guy. And don't think I haven't heard from those of you out there that have said, Cindy, look into him. Cindy, please look into this Navarro dude. Ever since I saw those two in that video where she was drunk interviewing him at the restaurant, mm-hmm. I thought these two are, you know, a circus in and of themselves.
Definitely.
They're hilarious to watch. Whenever they come together, you know there's going to be fireworks. And, you know, it's going to be funny. It's going to be funny. I have since taken the time to learn more and more about this Omar Navarro. I've heard a lot of things, a lot of speculations as to where his money comes from, money that donors give him that doesn't just come from the United States, but is said to have come as far away as from Saudi Arabia. But then again, he is running against Maxine Waters.
Yep, exactly.
But he's been losing to Maxine Waters for a variety of campaigns. Mm-hmm. He's run and lost and run and lost and run, and he keeps losing. It becomes more and more apparent over time that not only can't he win, many times he is literally dead last. Mm-hmm. Like after a dead clown in his district running, he loses. He still loses to that dead clown. So this is what, you know, the picture that starts to emerge is that he's in it for the cash. So doesn't it make sense that two frauds that are just prostituting themselves for money, like Pendeja for Fraud mm-hmm. and Borracho Navarro, would pair up beautifully? Mm-hmm. I think so. I think it was a match made in heaven. Before we get to the video where she most recently drunk live streamed herself endorsing, I'm using air quotes, Omar Navarro, I am going to show you the version by Blues Dolls, which I thought was hilarious. In case you have not seen it, let's laugh together, shall we?
Yes.
The other one.
Sorry. I've been laughing for the last 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, guys.
Bye. Hey, what's up?
I literally have the hiccups, which is not good.
That's right.
So I've been at Omar's party all night. I literally have the hiccups. We're burning some candles here. Some really
that dress.
So we're burning some scented candles.
She's always burning candles, this witch.
Oh my gosh, I'm like so warm.
Pendeja is always burning candles.
So warm because
you're drunk.
It's cold in California.
She's so warm.
I have the hiccups, guys. This is so horrible. Yeah. It's horrible. I do not like having the hiccups. Oh, I have the hiccups. Omar Navarro.
Oh, she remembered.
I don't know how many of you guys know Omar. Me introduce you to Omar. Omar, say hi.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm running for Congress, 43rd District. Thanks for watching, guys. I gotta clean something up real quick.
Yeah, he does. We broke. They broke a glass. It's not that big of a deal, but. Oh my gosh! I have the hiccup. This is not good. I hate the hiccups. Hi, David. Hi, Jackie. So yeah, he's I'm so sorry, guys. I have the hiccups. I have his little.
That's the problem. The hiccups.
I have the hiccups. So we went to an event. I'm so sorry. I have the hiccups. This is so bad. I hate it.
You got it.
I know. I gotta do like.
You got it.
I'm.
The guy sitting next to her is so trash
in
that video. Like, he can't even talk. He's just like, with this like dopey look on his face. They're so messed up. Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to speculate they are on. But it's not just the hiccups.
Yeah, exactly.
You think that was just what gives you the hiccups like that?
Not enough oxygen. Drinking.
Not enough oxygen. So, that's a concern for the brain. But what I'm asking you is what kinds of things can make you end up having hiccups like that?
Oh, when you're drinking, a lot of times you'll get hiccups. It's a common side effect of
drunks?
Of getting drunk. Definitely. Plus, if we'll show you the actual video later because it's still up on her YouTube channel, and you can just watch it there. And
tequila.
Tequila makes you get the hiccups. But she's obviously intoxicated, and she's doing a political ad for Omar Navarro. I think. Yeah, exactly.
Well, for people that don't know the saga of Navarro, I'm going to bring you up to date, okay?
Yep.
First of all, there was talk of his arrest and his abuse of his ex-wife. Allegations which she made, and in restraining orders. And let me tell you that he was actually found guilty and put on probation for putting a legal tracking device on his ex-wife's car.
Wow.
Here's the article. Thank you so much for your support, Stephanie. Here's to what is in that Diet Coke. Oh, Stephanie. She's like, I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about that. Like rum and Coke?
Rum and Diet Coke.
Rum and Diet Coke. Yes. Stephanie.
Yep.
Oh, it's so terrible. I have the hiccups. I'm like, no, you have the borracha.
Yeah.
That's what you have. You're borracha. Okay. Let's read this headline, Duke. What does it say?
Congressional candidate Omar Navarro on probation for illegal use of tracking device.
And keep reading.
It's too small for me to read. Sorry, sweets.
Omar is a fringe GOP activist in the South Bay, which is making his second bid. At this time, this is in 2017, Duke.
Yeah.
Do you realize how many times he's run and lost against Maxine Waters? If in 2017 he was running up against her for a second time and losing, right?
Yep.
So
he's on probation. Well, he's never going to win against Maxine Walters. She's been in Congress forever, and he's some nobody. And he's young, and he has criminal records. He's in the paper for the different things we'll tell you about tonight. And yet he's raising a bunch of cash and is running a campaign and it's a campaign that he has no chance of winning at all. It just amazes me. It's like, what's behind all this? And what does this mean? We're trying to figure that out. You can help us, but we're going to try to figure it out together.
And just think about this whole, fake mask persona that many of these con artists use.
Yeah.
be they people like Paloma, who calls herself an influencer, or this, borracho for, what's his name? Tomar borracho. Omar Navarro. This guy is one of those people that throws the fight.
Yeah.
They're gonna take a fall.
And take a fall.
And they get paid to do that.
Go down in the fifth.
Yeah. Because then Maxine Waters always wins.
Mm-hmm.
You have all of these different candidates. They split the vote. How many people run against her? Who's ever been able to beat this woman? They're not even, it feels like they're not even trying. And if this is the best they could come up with, it's sad.
Yeah.
And many people from his own party, many of the people who previously endorsed him, including his former campaign managers and girlfriends and people in the Conservative Party that endorsed him, have all walked away from him like he's a big, giant turd in the middle of the room. They just backed up.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Pendeja for Fraud.
Exactly.
Pendeja for Fraud and him are like...
Tight.
Yep. Still. But that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Losers of a feather.
Lose together.
Yeah. So, Navarro, who has never held office, okay? Zero experience, found guilty for putting a tracking device on his ex-wife's car, among other allegations that she made when requesting a restraining order, which she was granted. And that's just in his personal life. Navarro also retired from a volunteer. Let me try that again. Resigned from a volunteer post on the Torrance Traffic Commission earlier in 2017 after being faced with censure or removal for his political activities in various Los Angeles County cities. Served as second vice president of the Rogue Beach Cities Republican Club until July. The county's GOP leadership revoked the charter of the club that he was the second vice president of for attacking members of its executive committee and violating its own bylaws.
Really?
Are those serious accusations, dude?
Oh, yeah, especially if you have to be registered by a city, or the political platforms, and then you're breaking your own rules. It shows that there's little, if no credibility in the organization, especially if they're regulated like that. So that usually is connected to some sort of registration, sponsorship, money, those sorts of things. So they'll take it away from you if you're screwed up like that, which then again lends no credibility to the people who are the leadership in that organization.
And here is something that is really disturbing. When reached for comment about his conviction, found guilty as charged, he was evasive about the conviction, saying there's lots of Omar Navarros.
Oh, it wasn't him? He's claiming got the wrong guy.
Isn't that the implication if I say that?
Yeah.
If you call me like, hey, what's up with this conviction for putting a tracking device on your wife's car? And he's like, there's a lot of Omar Navarros out in the world. That's what he said, dude.
Wow.
And then he said the incident that led to this conviction, admitting basically that, yeah, it's me, but the incident was years ago.
Oh, yeah, you always hear that. That was a long time ago. That doesn't matter now. Even though I'm running for Congress. But, a little conviction a long time ago. It was nothing. And plus, it wasn't even me.
Wasn't me. Oh, yes. Okay. But that was like several years ago.
Yeah, that's back when I was young.
And then when he finally admitted it was him, when they pinned him down on the date, he blamed the Orange County District Attorney's Office and the media for fake news before finally admitting he did this.
Wow.
He did it. It was his fault. He deserved to be convicted. And then he finally said, I got what I deserved. Everybody makes mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
But before that, he was jumping through hoop after hoop after hoop.
To deny it. Doesn't exist. It'll go away.
And then, here are some of the things he said. I had no idea that putting an electronic tracking device on somebody's car is illegal. This is a guy running for Congress in Maxine Waters' congressional district, dude. Wow. What do you think of that answer?
Well, it's almost like, I'm sorry, officer, I didn't know I couldn't have all these drugs in my trunk. I didn't know that was illegal. I'm just driving it for a buddy of mine. The whole, if you're ignorant for what the law is, it doesn't make you innocent. I didn't know that you couldn't, track someone without their knowledge. It's spying on them. It's eavesdropping. It depends on even what else is in there. If they're listening device in there too, it's, another charge of invasion of privacy right there. So him just, pleading that, once again, he's trying to sweep it under the rug. No big deal. I didn't know. And then he turned into, well, that was a mistake. I did make a mistake, and we all make mistakes, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you won't be surprised to learn that he was previously a used car salesman.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Looks like that to me.
I'm not even joking. It's true. Oh, wait. It wasn't used. It just says car salesman.
Okay.
Could have been used.
Yeah.
Well, I just think I see him in a cheap suit selling used cars. Like, he looks like that's exactly what his persona is. And he had been living off of his savings, according to himself, prior to running for office against Maxine Waters.
Yeah.
He has been endorsed by Joe Arpaio.
Oh, my God.
He has been endorsed by General Flynn. And he's been endorsed by Roger Stone.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's been endorsed by
another criminal.
Lots of people. Now I want you to check this out. This tweet of Navarro's was retweeted by the president. He was remember that this is around August 17th. This is around the same time that Paloma for Trump interviews Navarro.
Okay.
Because the president retweeted him.
Oh, he's famous.
He's famous. Now so many people will follow him, and surely he'll beat Maxine Waters.
Yep. Exactly.
And the tweet really had nothing to do with Maxine Waters or his campaign or Donald J. Trump endorsing Omar Navarro as a good candidate or a great candidate or any kind of anything. He just retweeted Omar saying, I love @RealDonaldTrump. He's the only president in my lifetime who stands for our country.
Okay.
That's it. and I don't know whether or not the president knows what a scam this Omar Navarro is.
Yeah.
But I don't know how anybody can miss it. Because how when you can tell that Paloma Zuniga is lying because she's just talking, because she's moving her mouth. She's lying because that's all she knows how to do. It's the same for Navarro. I don't know how people missed it. Mm-hmm. There's also sorts of people that endorsed him back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know how they feel about it now. Mm-hmm. But check out this video in which Roger Stone is endorses Omar Navarro, as well as Joe Biggs of the Proud Boys.
Oh, really?
Check it out. This is Joe
Hey, what's
Biggs.
going on, brother? We are here today in support of Omar Navarro to dethrone Maxine Waters, voted 4 times as the most corrupt person in Congress. We have young millennials right now that are kind of on the fence. Should I go left? Should I go right? What should I do? A lot of these guys in California grow up figuring that they should vote Democrat, and here he is giving them a message, hey, I'm a young guy, I'm a conservative, I'm doing this. That's inspirational, and that's what we need. More leaders like that at his age stepping up. And I commend you for doing that, Omar.
And I talk to people, how do you feel about having gangbangers across the street from your house? Do you feel safe going to a park where there are gangbangers, where there are drug dealers? Do you feel safe in those communities? And people, well, not 100% of the time, people want to live in a community that is safe, that is clean, that is vibrant, and people want to live the American.
There.
I saw Stone sitting there.
Yeah, you saw Stone sitting there. And I honestly don't know that Roger Stone wants an endorsement or any kind of support from someone like Navarro.
Yeah.
Given his track record. Because Navarro has put his foot in it so often back in the day, and I'm talking in July of 2018, I believe this article is from the Daily. Is this 2019? Okay, this is just this summer. Sorry.
Yeah, July
This summer.
2019.
He got into a fight over his girlfriend. Now, this is a guy who I believe is still married on paper, but is dating and moving on, or was at this time, at this particular time. But is dating a woman who, according to her, he became controlling and obsessive with, and when she refused to listen to him, that, she needed to come with him because there were other men around and he didn't feel like she was paying enough attention to him. And these men were the Proud Boys. It's a group of Proud Boys.
Okay.
She said, either you come with us or I'm going to tell everyone that you're doing cocaine with those guys.
Oh, God.
So, and this is when all of them were in Florida. So the girlfriend leaves with him to avoid a scene.
Oh.
And since that worked for him, when they go to Washington, they all go to a bar named Harry's. They're in Harry's. And all of a sudden, guess what? There's the Proud Boys, and she's hanging out with them again, his girlfriend. So this is the drama that goes down. According to some of the Proud Boys that were there, he tells her, we're leaving now. Let's go. And she's like, she's not going to go with him. She doesn't want to go with him. And so he threatens her again. I'm going to tell everyone you're doing cocaine.
Wow.
I'm going to tell everyone that you're sleeping with these Proud Boys. This is really what it was. This is a grown man in running for public office, not for like mayor or something.
Yeah,
he's
for
running
Congress.
for Congress against Maxine Waters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's one of the... How long has she been a congresswoman?
Forever.
Like, forever.
Like I said, it's really hard to unseat someone who has senior leadership on committees and everything that she's part of. This hodunk ain't going to come along and unseat her or even take any votes away from her.
Now, the woman who he was dating, not his ex-wife, by the way. There's a woman he was dating at the time named Deanne Lorraine. And she has since gone public and broken up with him and disavowed him and said that, he did threaten her and a lot of other things, including and I don't know if she ever did get the restraining order or not, but saying that she was in the process of getting a restraining order like Navarro's ex-wife.
Wow.
Now, how do you feel about a punk like this who doesn't really appear to have the wherewithal or the intent, not even just to keep his stories straight and keep him, keep his nose clean? And I'm not talking about just the fact that he had no problem with the drug use around him until he needed to leverage some kind of blackmail so he could control his woman. What a hypocritical thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But that he has obviously been accused of violence against women, his ex-wife, of threatening violence, and doing this while raising money to try to fight for a seat. There is no chance in hell he is going to win.
Yep.
How do you feel about somebody that does that?
Well, it's like they have every right to run, and try to convince voters that they're going to represent them in Congress. So maybe he's going after all the wife beaters and the drug users that are going to be his constituency. That'll put him in office. After all, it's a democracy, right? Now, this guy, and the thing that is again, someone's funding him.
Right.
He's getting a lot of money. And he's look at him and just look at the stuff we've just shown you. We've only shown you 2 things, and there's much more.
This is a man who's a conservative Trump supporter who was so off the rocker in terms of his desire to control and stalk people who wanted no part of him. Sound like been the heifer fraud?
Yeah. Yep.
Told you, birds of a feather.
Yep.
I told you, birds of a feather.
Lose together.
But here, this guy is so out of control. He cannot control himself. He attacks people in his own party right before an event he's supposed to be speaking at, and makes threats against the Proud Boys, whom have endorsed him, such that they kick him out of the event. They tell him he's not going to speak at the event. Now he's embarrassed himself further. So now, rather than put the brakes on, pump the brakes, and start to do some damage control, he takes to Twitter. And he tells everyone he doesn't want to speak at the event anymore.
Oh, really?
Because he noticed his girlfriend was there screwing all the Proud Boys and doing piles of cocaine with them. And he doesn't approve of that lifestyle.
That's right.
And he said it like this. This is a quote that he tweeted, okay? I found this girl I dated. Come on. If you're gonna flip tables and embarrass yourself and get kicked out of an event over a woman that you were still at the time into and begging for you to take you back, don't call her a girl.
Yeah, just not associated too much with her.
Don't call her a girl. You know she's not a girl. This girl, use her name. She's a woman I dated. Yeah, because you know that you were stalking her. You were stalking her. Another Paloma trait.
Yep.
Another highly coveted and valued Paloma trait. So he then says, I cannot agree with the drug lifestyle, but he could before.
Yeah.
He totally could before. He also denounced the Proud Boys in a tweet, writing at Deanne Lorraine, putting his girlfriend's name out there. He just kept saying her name and saying her name. Used the Proud Boys to threaten my life. What, did she pick one up and throw him at you? How did she... Oh, there's more. At Deanne T. Lorraine used the Proud Boys to threaten my life with imminent danger.
Danger.
What were they dangling?
They're Proud Boys.
Oh, Duke. You're so quick, too. You're a proud boy, aren't you? Aren't you proud?
I'm very proud.
I know you are. And then it goes on, because I said I would expose the cocaine use, including hers. I don't mind getting kicked out of the free speech rally to stand for the truth. Oh, so first he says, I'm not speaking at that rally because I saw cocaine and Proud Boys and my ex sleeping with them, and I had to quit.
Yeah.
And tweet about it. Then he says, I don't mind getting kicked out for telling the truth. No, you didn't get kicked out for telling the truth. You got kicked out because you were being a stalker and making threats. And according to the Proud Boys, they thought you were going to be violent with her. We're going to lay your hands on her. And therefore, they told you to get out. And since you're a little coward boy, and you couldn't do jack squat to the group of Proud Boys there, you ran out of the room screaming, I'm tweeting about it. Just watch my Twitter feed. Watch what's going to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
I have big following.
Yep.
Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Who rants and raves like a lunatic and talks about their giant following?
Yep. Exacto.
Pendeja for fraud.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mary, thank you for the insight. Mary says that she was there at the event in D.C. and that they made sure Navarro was not going to speak.
Wow.
They made sure. And Mary says that in that video, which she took, she was in the live video. She says that that's also where Jovi shows up and sides with Antifa. Mm-hmm. Makes you wonder about people like Navarro. Makes you wonder about all of these faux conservatives. I think they're fake. I think they're frauds. I think a lot of other people are getting kipped to the fact that they're just a bunch of MAGA grifters.
Yeah.
I think the people are getting hip to it. And remember, this was just this summer. So he got called out. They went and talked to a Proud Boy chairman named Enrique Terrio, who said about Navarro, he got really disgusting that night. As Navarro left the restaurant, the Proud Boys yelled that they were banning him from the Proud Boys.
Wow.
They're like, you are banned. Proud Boys have you on their naughty list. It's called the caca list.
Yep.
And Borracho Navarro is on it. So they also said that we're disavowing you. You are no longer one of us. You can't claim to be one of us. So, according to the woman that he attempted to assault in that bar, he said he was going to go off on them on Twitter, threatening them basically, and threatening to ruin her career as a conservative personality because of the allegations of her use of cocaine.
I see.
And basically was going to call her a slut.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to slut shame her and drug shame her.
Yep.
Remember, this is a man who already claims to have known about her drug use and have witnessed with his eyeballs the drug use of others at events, which he never had anything to say about.
Yep.
Never had anything to say about. Let's listen to these clips of Navarro responding to what people said later about him being a stalker, having a record of abusing and stalking his ex-wife, and now this girlfriend being another accusation, and what the Proud Boys had said in response, including the fact that Joe Biggs called him a punk-ass bench. I've changed that for you.
I see.
Named Omar Navarro, who is running his effing mouth, and he's about to get the smackdown. Know what I'm saying? Biggs said, adding that Navarro was attacking the Proud Boys because he can't satisfy his mother forking woman. That's what he's.
What an endorsement.
They're saying that they're angry. This is the quote from the same guy you just saw in that video giving a speech about commending Navarro for running.
Exactly.
Same dude.
Mm-hmm.
Completely 180 on how he feels about him today. Guaranteed.
Yep.
In addition to the fact that Terrio, the guy that I just told you, was quoted in this article, saying that he was disgusting that night, said in another quote that Navarro admitted to him that he didn't have any chance of winning against Maxine Waters, and he knew that.
Oh.
He acknowledged, like, I can't beat her. I don't have any chance of beating her, but I just want to get donations.
Wow.
And I have a video in which he said that. So you can hear it for yourself. But first I want you to hear the response that was given by Navarro. Let's listen to some clips. Here's the first one, is what he said.
Even though there's like some things going on right now, I've gone through a lot before. I mean, our president goes through a lot of things every day.
You're not the president.
Tenfold.
You lost to Maxine Waters in 2016 and in the 2018 election. Why do you feel that it'll be different in 2020?
Well, when I ran in 2016, I had no money, no funding. It was all new to me. Like, I was just stepping myself into the limelight. And I had no following on social media either. I didn't even have an Instagram, I believe, or even a Facebook fan page.
So Congress Committee Kathy Feng, she's an executive director of California Common Cause. She said it's highly irregular for candidates to pay themselves a salary with campaign money. So why do you pay yourself a salary?
Yeah, at the time that I was doing that, I saw it as basically as a way to kind of like, and I didn't pay myself more than a certain amount because you can only pay yourself a certain amount and everything. I saw it as a way to kind of like be able to do this, to be able to campaign full time and apply myself 100%. And a lot of people that are in running for office, they can't really do that because they're having a job and at the same time they're trying to campaign. So it's either you're really wealthy or you got to find some middle ground to be able to do this full time. And I'm not wealthy, so I'm definitely not going to be able to do this full time. So I said, look, well, this is a way I can do this and campaign and work hard because obviously Maxine Waters is doing this 100% and on taxpayer money. Right. She's using taxpayer money to do it. So I'm using donor money in essence to do that. But I stopped paying myself 3 months ago. If you look at the new disclosures, you'll see that I haven't paid myself for over 3 months actually.
Now in 2016, some voters were concerned that you were guilty for a misdemeanor of putting a tracking device on your ex-wife's car. Yeah, so when voters hear that,
I really screwed up.
They're going to say, "How is Omar not stalking Deanna?" Does that kind of make sense?
No, but no, that wasn't the same thing though. That's a totally different thing. What she's using right now is trying to do a political hit job against me. And what happened between me and my ex-wife, I was actually wrong. I was not in the right on that. I actually did something that was not okay, and I paid a price for it. And I'm okay to answer for that because my ex-wife's actually a good person. Me and her, we're in contact with each other. We text each other. We're not enemies or anything.
Okay, I just have to say something about this. you're upset. You were upset at your ex-wife because she caught you putting a tracking device on her, and she got a restraining order, and she told everyone the truth about your lack of self-control and your abusive behavior. You're going to hear some of the things that he did according to the request for the restraining order made by his ex-wife, which was granted, including trying to commit suicide, throwing himself out of the car while she was driving on a number of occasions.
Wow.
Okay. And hitting her, being physical with her. It sounds like this guy is a control freak, extremely low self-confidence, because he's very controlling and has, obviously has a lot of self-esteem issues. So he says about that, oh, yeah, I messed up. Totally messed up. Listen to how he contradicts himself in the same interview right now that I'm going to show you. Because yeah, I messed up. This is his do-over. This time around, instead of going, there's a lot of Omars, though. Could be another one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. That happened eons ago. I don't even remember the incident now. Oh, that incident. Yeah, my bad. Me a bad boy. But this time he just says it right from the get-go, because that looked really bad. He got a do-over in this interview, and he's going to go right for the kill. Yep, I was a bad guy. I did a bad thing. I'm friends with my ex-wife now. Cleared the air with her. And you know what? Yeah, this new thing, totally different. That back there, I did a boo-boo. This is a political hit job. And listen to how he finishes. Here he goes.
Thing like that. So what happened between me and her is something that happened, and it was something that I made a mistake on.
Did you ever maybe think about, or were you planning to put a tracking device on Deanna at all?
No. I obviously learned my lesson.
No, you didn't. You didn't learn your lesson about controlling women, assaulting women, stalking women, throwing a tantrum, and losing control to the point that the cops have to be called on you, that other people have to physically restrain you, and that you vomit it out, that you put it out there for everyone to see. You ever seen self-destructive, can't control themselves people like that? That even though they know they would literally be shooting themselves in the foot, that people out in the world would be rejoicing to watch them show everyone the poop show that is their life, and they do it anyway, to the point where you're like, you want to look away, but you can't. It's like one of those train wrecks. You want to look away, but you just can't because it's so crazy. This is Omar Navarro. Can't help himself. He has to do this. And in this next clip, he gives you the 180 turn. Check it out.
Reaction to one of the reports, and maybe you could tell me if it was accurate or not.
Sure.
Because I do want to give you the chance to answer and defend yourself. In this police report, this was filed February 15th of 2016. Here's her exact words in the writing.
His ex-wife.
It says, in the past, my husband tried slamming a car door in my face when we were dating. We were married. He shook me multiple times, threw cups on the floor as well as plates, and threw phones and wedding rings out the window out of anger. He also threatened to kill himself and open the door on the car while I was driving many times to scare me.
And none of those things are true. because my ex-wife was actually lying in that statement. She wasn't telling the truth.
Okay. What? Oh, the stuff I did to my ex-wife, that was different. I was a bad boy. I regret that stuff. Your wife also said, as part of the restraining order that was granted to her, you did this, try to smash her face with a car door.
Yep.
Jump out of a moving vehicle. Etc., etc. You did all these crazy things. What do you say to that? She's a freaking liar.
Yeah, she's a liar.
He couldn't even hold it together for the one interview. Who is a liar? Are all the women that accused you liars? Or just this one? Just this one, right? Just this one, because the other one, you were the bad boy. You were the naughty boy. You had to admit you did something wrong. But in the end, no, she's the liar. Roll tape. Roll tape and let's finish hearing his sorry ass excuse.
And I wish she was telling the truth in that statement. She was being honest. And she even told me, like, down the line, she says, I'm sorry that, you know, we built the case against you like that. And her mom was a part of that. Her family didn't really like me from the very...
Okay.
Wow.
So, you know what? I have no proof of this. I have no recording of it. I'm not going to bring my ex-wife on to tell you that any of the things I'm saying right now are true. I'm just going to smear her name. You know what? Let me throw my mother-in-law and
the whole family.
Let's just throw everybody under the bus.
Exactly.
They never liked me. And they're all sorry. They walked on their knees into the room and said, Omar, please forgive us. We're so sorry now in hindsight that we said and made up all those lies against you just to get a restraining order that we didn't even need because, you know, that tracking device that you put on our daughter's car on Valentine's Day after you guys were splitting up, that wasn't creepy and weird. You didn't even know it was a crime, so our bad. You think it went down that way, Duke?
No, like you said, he's doing this interview and he's trying to do cleanup, and he's reacting and he's digging this hole deeper and deeper.
He can't even keep it together for one interview. Then they ask him another question about what he has said, which is, by the way, on a recording. Hey, there's a recording of you, which has already been made public. Okay, but it's public, Duke. Yeah. It's already public, and he's saying there's a recording of you saying this. Did you really say that?
Yeah.
Check out what he does. It's crazy.
Have you ever told her, I've built your fucking reputation, you wouldn't have a following if it wasn't for me?
What?
Now,
what?
Is it true that you had a conversation with your ex?
So
I got ahead of myself. They're going to ask him in a second about the recordings taken by a former campaign staffer. But this is about a quote that Lorraine said that, you know, she spoke about on a different show or interview or something, that he threatened her saying that he was going to ruin her career. You just heard me talk about that from the Daily Beast article. And he's like, what? I lost my hearing.
Yeah, what? Say what?
What? And he repeats the question. And it's just funny to me. He's like, I'm blanking on how to lie about this. Scared. Also, it'll involve throwing the Proud Boys back on my back. Do I want to do this? Check out how he finishes here. It's hilarious. Too much.
I had a private conversation, and I'm going to get to that right now. I had a private conversation that was recorded illegally, and right now I cannot talk about something like that because it's under investigation.
That was a good cover. You know, it's under investigation. I cannot talk about that. And it was done illegally, so therefore I cannot talk about it because it's under investigation. Good way to duck the question.
But the question is, the question wasn't, is there an illegal recording of you? The question is, did you make
The real
a threat?
Omar Navarro.
Did you make a threat to ruin this woman's career? And of course, if he says no, then, you know, there is a recording out there to refute it.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people have heard it. And he just jumps to the recording and goes, there is a recording that was made of me. It's illegal, so I'm not going to answer any questions
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
under investigation.
By who? The FBI? I want to know who's investigating it.
Exactly.
When does the investigation end? What are the results of the investigation? Did he ever talk about it again? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Exactly.
Okay, here's the next clip. In this one, he's asked about an Instagram post that he made talking once again about how he's in it for the cash. How does he answer to this?
Navarro has you saying, I don't care though, haha. I would run as Democrat if it means I would win. Then the person replies, dude, keep that quiet. Will you run in Torrance? Your reply shows, yup, easy Mexican black could be told to do anything. The hood thinking they grew up that way. Not smart people, but nice. The reply goes, LOL, delete these messages. It has you saying, okay, yeah, gonna start fundraising soon. The reply goes, be careful. People might think you're in it for, and they put $signs, so for the money.
First of all,
it has you replying saying, so are all politicians. Let's grab a drink.
First of all, I wouldn't write anything like that on Instagram or Twitter. I'm smarter than that. Whoever did that probably fabricated the whole thing. And I'm asking the people, I'm like, why can't they just go on a video and show who it came from, and then they can prove it themselves that they went directly to me and actually messaged me and show the conversation? Because I can go on my Instagram right now if I know, and I pull it up, I know I'm not going to find anything like that because I didn't say anything like that. And by the way, there was a statement that was made by someone that basically said that the messages were altered in some way. So if they're altered, they're obviously fabricated. And the text messages were fabricated. So basically in that article that was written, they had a lot of text messages that were there. They were all altered, every single one of them. They don't even write like I do. If you see my writing style and the way I text and the way that I send things, you'll see that it's not me. At least if they're going to fabricate something, they should at least make it look like it was me. And as for the recordings go, they did all these recordings on there. One of the recordings, I took it to the police department, and they said that recording sounded like it was altered, the first one. The other ones weren't altered. There's one that we were talking about several things. We're talking about campaigning. We're talking about business. We're talking about nonprofits. We're talking about a variety of different things. So it was a very conversation that was all over the place. So it can be taken out of context, can be taken into anything you want to take it, but what I'm going to say is the person that recorded it, I know the person that recorded it. Her name's Irina. And Irina used to work for my campaign back in I believe, in October to November of the election. And when she worked for the campaign, I didn't give her permission. She was in the state of California while she was working. And by the way, anybody that records someone here in the state of California without their permission is considered invasion of privacy. The same thing I got in trouble for. So I mean that you can go to jail for that. And then what she did was posting various conversations that were there and that are shared in that article. She did 3 counts of that. And if she shares more conversations that she recorded me illegally, she's going to go to prison. And it's just, I mean, that's just what it is.
You would never say or do anything like that? You would never write or say anything like that? Is that what he just said?
Yep.
I think that there's evidence of the fact that you have said stuff like that, because you didn't just Instagram it, you said it to other people, pendejo. Check this out. Here is one of those people he said it to, a Proud Boy. This is, I think, the Terrio guy, Enrique. Here we go. Saying,
I think he doesn't remember the conversation he had with me where he admitted to me that he knows that he stands no chance against Maxine Waters, and he knew that he's doing it, and he admitted to me that he's doing it just to get donations from you guys.
so you know that you can and do say things like that. He's like, people are gonna fake something and create this like Instagram that says that I said I'm just doing it for the money and I would run as a Democrat and I'm basically a prostitute for the highest bidder. I don't care what I have to do. They should have made it sound more like me. What? Like a coward? A liar? Which one? Because that's what you sound like in everything you say. You backtrack, you do flips in the air, mental gymnastics, you twist yourself in a knot, and when all else fails, you play deaf. What?
What?
What? That's what he did.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. And then he reveals that he was recorded in California.
That's right. Two-party state.
Right, it is a two-party state. So you do have to be careful of getting everybody's consent in private conversations where there would be an expectation of privacy in California. But it is still legal to film public conversations which take place in public spaces and places where there is no expectation of privacy in all 50 states. Where there's no expectation of privacy, you can still film. Filming is still legal. But, you know, he theoretically could have been talking to her in a private situation.
Yeah. On his way out the car door.
Who knows? Who knows? It sounds like people that have worked on his campaign have also bled into relationships in the past. So, not surprising that he doesn't have boundaries where that's concerned. He doesn't appear to have boundaries, according to the allegations made by those around him. This accusation that he makes brings to light the name of a new woman. I know the woman involved because we got ex-wife, right?
Yep.
We got the Leanne or Deanne. What's her name? Deanna. And now we have the ex-campaign. It sounds like this man doesn't know how to get along with women.
Yep.
And it sounds like he has a lot of people, including the Proud Boys and people that have endorsed him in the past, that he cannot help but smear with his poo. He is a poo explosion waiting to happen, and when it explodes, it splatters all over everyone and anyone near him. Very similar to Pendeja for Fraud. If you get near that ticking time bomb of poo, the poo is going to get on you. In his last clip here, in this response, he continues to turn somersaults to try to deflect all of the very real, with evidence, allegations against him. Here's what he had to say.
Deanna got word about the interview, and she wanted to set up a phone conversation with me before I sat with you.
Sure.
She called me and was just saying, hey, I just want to explain at least a little bit of my side.
Go ahead.
She multiple times mentioned to me that you stalked her in D.C., that you followed her around. A lot of the Proud guys tried to defend her, and that she kept using the word that you were very unhinged. Then in the phone conversation, she let me know that she's actually in the process of filing a restraining order against you. I just want to read you 2 statements from there, and then you can tell me if they're accurate or not, or just want to hear your side. On June 13, 2019, I told Omar again that our relationship was over and booked a trip to Florida so that he could not show up at my residency and follow me. During this time, Omar informed me that he installed software on my phone so that he could locate me at all times, listen to my phone calls, read my text message, etc. He was calling and texting unnecessarily, as well as contacting our mutual friends, colleagues, as they were all contacting me concerned if I was okay.
Well, first of all, I didn't install any software on her phone. She's paranoid. And the second part is on June 13th, when this happened, that was actually around the time of the Trump rally, and she said that she was going to go there. I actually had a conversation with her, and I was at her place, actually. I was staying with her. I actually stayed the night, and I left in the morning. When I left, I had a conversation with her, like, look, I want to go to Florida. Our friend Ivan invited us to Florida. They said that they were having this thing. I got invited to an Airbnb to stay there. And then little did I know that she was also gonna be staying in the Airbnb as me. And then we got there like, okay, it wasn't awkward because. But
what if that sound weird to voters? Because they'll feel that you are following her, you're stalking her because of what your past history of the tracking device.
Well, I mean, they can think whatever they want on that, but that's not the truth. The truth is that we were both speaking at the same event. That we have mutual friends that are the same. It was just, it's like basically telling a politician not to campaign because. We're both in the Republican Party. We're both invited. We're both on the flyer for the same event. We're both have the same friends. We're both getting invited to the same things. I mean, what is it going to turn out? What is it going to look like? I mean, it's going to look like the wrong thing. And the Proud Boys are vouching for her because I took a hit on them and I said that they were doing drugs. And they are scared because right now they're a glimpse on their reputation. And if she's a part of it and she's doing it too, guess what's happening? The paranoia of the cocaine is kicking in. And the paranoia of that is getting to their heads, and they're scared that if someone like me who's legitimate, who's actually been on Fox News, who actually is moderate, is speaking out against them. That's what they're scared of. And that's why they're trying to come out with fake texts. They're trying to come out with fake statements, say that I'm stalking her, harassing her. They're using a woman to basically cover for their mistakes. It's not my fault. I'm sorry that they're doing that. I'm sorry that people are believing some of the stories because they shouldn't. Because
they shouldn't.
Well, he made the Proud Boys very, very angry. This is how Biggs responded to that little tirade of his. This is Joe Biggs responding to Mr. Navarro.
Proud Boys, I'd say he probably would have hit Diane at the bar. If it wasn't for us.
Tonight he came into a bar. Tonight he came into a bar with the intentions of attacking a woman, and that's why we stood up tonight.
I will.
The Proud Boys won't allow that to happen.
The balls and all?
We will not allow some crazy ass guy come in here and bully some woman around because he's butthurt about whatever.
Trying to say he's an alpha amongst
Deanna is a great woman. She's an amazing lady. She does nothing but just do some of the most awesome stuff. She's very classy and nice, and you're out here talking shit.
Now she's in love with one of our brothers. Guru, guess what? You got our attention, boy.
So?
I'm him. Hey, Paul. Hey,
brother.
If you think that you can take us out, Antifa has done anything and everything to try and take us out. The left, CNN, everybody on the left is trying to take us out. And you think you, Omar, is going to be the one that takes Proud Boys out? You got something coming for you, bud.
Now she's getting the back from all of us.
Omar, what you're doing right now is fucking stupid, brother. I'm telling you right now, dude. We got veterans, we got all this shit, man. And what you're doing, man, you're being a fraud. And what you're doing right now is being cowardly. It ain't cool. This shit could have been dealt with in-house, man to man, but you decided to fucking run around and go on the internet. And now we're going to have to straighten your ass up. I'm going to look at your tweets, I'm going to watch your Periscope, and I'm going to fact check that shit, motherfucker. All of us are. You got it? You're fucking with the wrong group, dude. It ain't the right one to fuck with, right? Because you ain't done shit. You're a chunky ass motherfucker from California. He ain't done the goddamn thing in his entire life. You're a spoiled ass bitch with a silver spoon in his mouth. Motherfuckers like us, we fucking work ourselves up from the gutter.
And now you want to fucking come in here and guys that actually want to do the right thing. Omar Navarro, you've been disavowed. You've been fucking banished. Now fuck off. Fuck Omar.
Wait.
So,
they're pretty potty mouths.
he was mad. He was mad, right?
Right.
This is not, I commend you, Omar Navarro, for running for, no.
It's quite a change from the original endorsement.
And so, who's telling the truth and who is lying here? Is he telling the truth, or is Omar Navarro telling the truth? Is the ex-wife, the ex-girlfriend, a group of Proud Boys that were there when he attacked her, threatened her, was going to assault her, whatever, was harassing or stalking her, or Omar Navarro with a track record of lying?
Yeah.
Who could be telling the truth? I don't know. Here's what Navarro said next.
Because obviously Milo made statements that they are doing these things. So they're concerned that I'm after the real issue, and that's drugs.
But you haven't seen Deanna do them, so why go after her?
I did. When I was in Florida, I did, and I said something about it. When I was in Florida at the Airbnb.
So you did see her do it?
Yeah,
because I asked you about 30 minutes ago, you said no.
I saw many of them do it. I did see him. I told you I had a conversation with her that I wasn't okay, and I asked her. I was like, "Look, I know what I saw. I know what I saw."
Have you seen cocaine usage in your own eyes from Proud Boys organization?
No, I did not.
Did you write? Yup.
No,
Mexican / blacks are easy. Could be total thing. Did you write that? Are you a racist? No. And do you believe that?
Yo soy mitad mexicano. Mi mamá era de Mexico. I'm half Mexican. My mom's from Mexico. My dad's from Cuba. I mean, like, why would I write something like that? It just doesn't sound like me. I honestly, I'm dismissing that on every level. It was forged, fabricated, on every way.
On every way?
Wow.
You're forged and fabricated on every way. He literally don't close out of that. Okay. Well, now let's go to the next video, I guess.
Oh no, we have something else.
I wanted to ask you, Duke, do you really believe that Mr. Navarro, Mr. Angel, fallen from the sky Navarro, has a problem? Do you think these healthy living, I'm a vegan for Christ, faux Trump supporters like Paloma and Navarro really care about whether or not there are drugs at a party? No. Do you really think that they care? There's something behind their, thou dost protest too much, their pearl clutching. I had to denounce the negatives of the cocaine use because I am a clean living, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
This is the kind of, clutching of the pearls against certain people these hypocrites are. You've heard Paloma talk the same way, and yet there's evidence of her being at parties with Blow.
Oh, yeah.
There's pictures of the Blow right on the table, like...
right there.
Less than a yard from her face.
Uh-huh. And she's like, I don't even know what cocaine looks like.
And it looks like somebody's having an orgy behind her.
I don't know what an orgy looks like either. And I don't know what alcohol looks like in front of me either. And there's a cigarette right there in front too. So yeah, you just deny. I didn't know what that stuff was.
Deny.
I did that when I was 14. I don't know what it is.
She said she didn't even know what ibuprofen was.
Yeah, I don't know what drugs are. What is that stuff for headaches? I blew something. I blew something. Oh, I can't quite remember. So and she's actually addressed this photo from time to time, saying, one time she said, well, there's coke at parties. So what? Then it was like, that's not me. I don't know if that's cocaine. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what that stuff is. I'm not sure. Just like Navarro's response is that, nope, not true. Nope, not true. Didn't say it. If you have recordings of it, if you have a picture of it, oh, you have a picture of it? Well, I don't know what that stuff is.
Go back and listen to the contradiction within the same interview in that last clip. Rewind it. I was going to play it for you again.
I can do it again.
But you should hear how he flips it, because they ask him point blank, did you physically observe these people doing drugs in front of your eyes?
Yeah.
You saw that? You walked in? You didn't just hear a rumor, right, that your ex-girlfriend was doing blow with the Proud Boys. You saw it with your own eyes. And he goes, nope. Nope.
Never seen it.
No. Then, later on in the interview, he's like, well, you know, I had to expose what I saw. And he's like, wait a minute. A little while ago.
You said you never saw it.
You said you didn't see it. And he's like, oh, no, I saw it. And I said I saw it. And I'm like, what?
It's all in the same
And then
unedited clip.
You have to see this.
Okay, let's put it on again.
Beautifully put together.
Because obviously Milo made statements that they are doing these things. So they're concerned that I'm after the real issue, and that's drugs.
But you haven't seen Deanna do them, so why go after her?
I did. When I was in Florida, I did, and I said something about it. When I was in Florida at the Airbnb.
So you did see her do it?
Yeah, I saw.
Because I asked you about 30 minutes ago, you said no.
I saw many of them do it. I did see them. I told you I had a conversation with her that I wasn't okay, and I asked her, I was like, look, I know what I saw. I know what I saw.
Have you seen cocaine usage in your own eyes from Proud Boys organization?
No, I did not.
Did you write, yup, Mexicans/blacks are easy, could be told anything? Did you write that? Are you a racist? No. And do you believe that?
Yo soy mitad mexicano. Mi mamá era de Mexico. I'm half Mexican. My mom's from Mexico. My dad's from Cuba. I mean, like, why would I write something like that? It just doesn't sound like me. I honestly, I'm dismissing that on every level. It was forged, fabricated on every way.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's so fake. All of it is so fake. They can't keep their lies straight. And of course, fraud like Pendeja for fraud, Paloma for Trump would be endorsing this guy.
Yeah.
Still, this is her most recent masterpiece in video form. And this, by the way, isn't even the most recent scandal under this borracho's belt. This is the latest. In this article from the Daily Beast, once again, it asks in the headline, did a far right-wing star recruit Jacob Wall to terrorize women? If you don't know who Jacob Wall is, Duke,
no.
He is a guy that has been in the media in one of his best-known blunders, according to this article, and often comical attempts at political trickery, including a failed scheme to concoct bogus sexual assault allegations against former special counsel Robert Mueller and presidential hopeful Pete Buttigieg. He holds those press conferences where he says, I'm going to have someone that says this, and,
yeah,
that's the dude right there in the background. According to the questioning headline here, they're asking, based on the fact that text messages from a phone number belonging to this Jacob Wall were sent to the woman that Navarro mentioned in one of the last clips that we just listened to. The woman that was working for him on his campaign that he said illegally recorded him.
Okay.
Irina Chauzovskaya. And of course, along with almost everyone that ever gets to know this guy, they have a falling out. And she claimed to have secretly obtained recordings of him making crude sexual comments about Maxine Waters, planning to invest in Bitcoin to the campaign funds that he received from conservative donors. What do you do with Bitcoins, Duke?
Well, it's a type of currency that, well,
You buy illegal
you can buy illegal things with Bitcoins, yes, because it's not regulated by...
And not traceable.
Not traceable and expensive.
Mm-hmm. Well, according to these recordings, which he alluded to, which you just heard him saying, like, it was all illegal and it was out of context. You know, we were all over the place, so could be anything. According to Chausoyaskaya, there was a lot of damning stories that could potentially really hurt his even more
hurt it more
his career
than he's done to himself. Yes. Okay.
Yes. And one of these texts sent to her phone from this guy's phone said, "Don't worry, I will see you soon. It won't be painful. I'm looking forward to watching your soul leave your eyes."
Wow.
Another one said, "I'll make it my mission to torture you so much that you'll end up killing yourself." And
yikes.
Yeah. And a search in the Truecaller app, which collects phone data from users and phone directories, showed that the number was associated with this Jacob Wall. And then the Daily Beast independently confirmed the connection. And evidence of Wall's involvement matched what Tesorero says she heard from Navarro campaign worker Sean Daniels. So a man Tesorero identified as Daniel tells her that he had talked with Omar Navarro, who had been told that who had told Daniel that he would hire this guy, Wool, for $5,000 to do something against his career.
Huh.
If she succeeded in getting the restraining order granted.
Wow. Hired thug.
Against her career. He's going to investigate and spend money with Jacob Wall to have you get obliterated, because he's going to be so pissed because his political career, he said, is going to be over if he gets another restraining order. So,
but you get a couple
more people attempting to get restraining orders, and what that results in, his stalking of other women and his threats and attempted assaults of other women, or actual assaults of other women, and them trying to get a restraining order to stop him, results in him
hiring a thug.
Allegedly, according to this article,
yeah.
Hiring a thug to shut them down because he can't afford that. But you know what he can't afford? He can afford an endorsement from Paloma. And again, this is a guy that has recently tweeted that he thinks Roger Stone is being treated unfairly. Shh. Roger Stone doesn't want your endorsement.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't think Roger is waiting for you to say anything about him.
Roger's in enough trouble right now. He doesn't need to hear from a loser like you. And of course he's got to say, my friend, Roger Stone, my friend, and former advisor to my campaign, unfairly treated by our court process with a guilty verdict. You need to be quiet.
Yeah.
Here is Paloma's drunk Omar video with, I don't know who that guy is sitting with her, but he is bombed out of his gourd. Listen to both of them. This is not just Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Guys,
Bye. Hey, what's up?
I literally have the hiccups, which is not good. So I've been at Omar's party all night. My hair looks horrible. Don't look at it. So I know that I do not go live on this channel. I literally have the hiccups. We're burning some candles here.
I think that hiccups is code for I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Some sage candle. Hey, what the fuck?
So.
So they're really, really drunk. They're really drunk, and then somebody breaks a glass, drops a glass, and she goes, and Navarro goes, dude, what the beep?
Yeah.
You heard that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to write down a timestamp on it.
He immediately lost his cool.
Yep.
He's like, dude, what the bleep?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Do you think that sounds like a guy that keeps his cool?
No.
I don't think so. That was his reaction. You heard it, right? And look at her face. She's like, oh, we're in trouble. She's going to try to calm him down.
Mm-hmm.
We're burning some scented candles. Oh my gosh, I'm like so warm. So warm. Because it's cold in California.
I can't do that. I didn't mean to do the... It wasn't...
Somebody just broke a glass. Sorry, guys.
They're arguing, Duke.
I know. I hear him back there.
I wish I could hear what they're saying. But he's like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I didn't mean to blah, 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 blah. And he's like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he's really mad.
They don't care that Drunk Paloma is doing a live feed.
Stream endorsing
a drunk stream.
Omar Navarro.
I haven't been at Armar's party all night. Don't look at my hair. I haven't washed it for a long time. It's the reason I don't show my face on live streams anymore.
Yep.
But now that I'm drunk, I have absolutely no self-control. So, fork it.
Yep.
Let's blow my reputation and Navarro's.
Yep.
Bocharo's. Let's just borracho. Why not? Let's take him down too. So then she goes on. She lets the live stream go.
We didn't mean to do that. So this is
Now she's defending herself and trying to do her live stream, and look at her face. She's like, because she's defending herself like, we broke something, folks. Just let me tell you that we broke something, and we didn't mean to. And he's still yelling at them. So then she's like, look at her face.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Wavy.
What?
Wavy.
And so what? We just spent. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups, guys. This is so horrible.
I'm drunk, guys.
I know that I normally do not go
It is horrible.
live on.
Every time you drunk live stream,
I have the hiccups.
Drunk
This is
stream,
so
it's horrible. Your drunk streams are horrid.
I do not go live that much, but. Yeah, I'm live, but it's horrible. I do not like having the hiccups.
Yeah, hold on.
And my makeup's all weird, so.
Yeah, because you don't know how to do
I
it.
have the hiccups.
Pay someone.
Omar Navarro. I don't know how many of you guys know Omar. Introduce you to Omar. Omar, say hi.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Tell them what you're doing.
I'm running for Congress, 43rd District. Thanks for watching, guys. I gotta clean something up real quick.
Yeah, he does. They broke a glass. It's not that big of a deal, but
It's not that big of a deal for you. Omar was pretty mad.
What
the F, dude?
Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups.
Drunk.
This is not good. I hate the hiccups.
We hate when you drunk stream.
Hi, David. Hi, Jackie. So yeah, he's I'm so sorry, guys. I have the hiccups. I have his.
How many times have you said that? 50?
I have Hi guys. Excuse me. I've been drinking Diet Coke, and
yeah, nobody believes that.
Hi from Oregon. Hi Taz.
No one believes that you are drinking Diet Coke.
I'm so sorry. I have the hiccups. This is so bad. I hate it.
You gotta do it.
I know. I gotta do
You gotta do it.
Nobody believes this woman, not your unphotoshopped pictures, not your corset or your faja. They don't believe you. The scale don't believe you. And your hiccups don't believe you. You're drunk. And that ain't diet. And there's not just Coca-Cola. Something else. You took a lot of other things, I'm sure. Because she doesn't sound right. Does she sound right to you?
No, not at all.
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm drunk streaming again. I can't even talk. I look like a fool. What am I here for? Oh yeah, Omar Navarro. Look, he's taking out the trash we just made. We're not drunk though. I just have the hiccups. I hate it. Jesus Christ. Here she goes. I'm just.
Some food.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Because it's so hot.
Don't break another.
No.
I'm not
We
gonna
won't break another one. Ouch! I just burned my fingers with.
Oh my God. Okay, question. Did Omar Navarro give her a plate of lava on purpose?
I wonder.
Or was that on purpose? I think
to make her shut up, I think.
I think he might have done that on purpose. He was like, here, let me give you something to shut you up.
Yeah, really. Some of this lava in your mouth.
Normally somebody hot gives you something really, really hot.
They lift it with...
Right? He gives it to her. She goes, and he's like, don't break it. She's like, no, I won't break it. Oh, I burned my fingers. I'm still live streaming. Omar.
And click,
Okay.
It goes off.
Go ahead.
That's it.
No, that's not it. There is more. Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Pretty sure there was still more.
No.
Oh, no?
Yeah, that was it.
I burned my... Oh, hit play, please.
What?
Are you sure it's over?
It's over.
Okay, all right. That's hilarious. So she literally ended the video after she screamed.
Mm-hmm.
This is the tone that this all ended on. He gives her a plate of lava. She feels it, and for the first time during the whole video, her eyes are able to open all the way. She goes, oh! Oh!
Yep.
You burned me!
I think it cured her hiccups, too.
Puts it down. Oh! And he's like, don't you break another thing in my house. And she's scared because she knows he's got a short fuse and he could whoop her ass.
Yep.
She knows that. So she's like, no, you're not going to break nothing else. No, master.
Yeah.
And then click, live stream over. Vote for Omar.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But you know what? The most hilarious thing I want you to think about is this fact. The fact that she's into Omar. And I know you probably find that hard to believe, having seen a picture of him or having listened to him talk. He's, not a man that makes you, as a woman or as a constituent, feel inspired. He seems like a kind of like a sleazy snake oil salesman to me. He lies with such facility, even when his lies are so blatant. It's a very ugly look.
Yep.
And yet, Paloma's in his corner, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And I talked about it with one of the people I've interviewed in my past shows, Alexa. You recall the witness that went on a trip with her to Vegas and marry Tando? She told me she got a phone call, a video chat from a half-naked Paloma calling from the bed and bedroom, or should I say hotel room, hotel room of Borracho.
Really?
Yes.
Of Omar Navarro?
Yes.
Whoa.
Of Omar Navarro. Listen to this clip for yourselves. This Alexa.
What was the question again?
The question is, tell me about the time that Paloma called you with Omar Navarro.
It was probably during the campaign. I guess he was like running against Maxine Waters or whatever.
Huh?
And sorry, I'm getting my stuff ready for work. And I was wearing like a t-shirt, I guess like a black and yellow t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing she was wearing. She was getting drunk in the hotel with Omar.
So you could see her?
Yeah, she video chat me.
Oh, she video chatted you. She called you on like a video app.
Yeah. Yeah, basically the same thing she did with Michael Shapiro. Same thing. Video chat me, halfway naked or whatever. And
did she actually tell you that she wasn't wearing any chones?
She didn't tell me she wasn't wearing chones, but I mean, it was kind of like the same scenario with Michael Shapiro and Omar, I guess.
So was she letting you know that she was, doing the horizontal hokey pokey with this guy? Is that what she was calling to let you know?
Not exactly, but she always liked the attention of other females knowing that guys, want her and stuff like that. So, she just wanted attention. I feel like she was just, trying to be like, oh, look, I'm here with Omar. He's running for Congress against Maxine Waters, and I'm here drinking with him in a hotel.
In his hotel room?
Huh?
In his hotel room?
Yeah.
Wearing only a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Did she video chat you from the bed like she did with Michael Shapiro?
Yeah.
So she was in a bed?
Yeah. She basically, I'm like, after the fact, I'm like, did you, I asked her, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh. After the fact, I was, asking her, like, did you screw him or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
She just giggled. She's like, no, we're just drinking, blah, blah, blah. We got drunk. And I'm like, so you got drunk by yourself in a hotel with Omar, and you guys didn't do, like, anything. She's like, she just giggled. And she said no, that they were just drinking.
Wow. Was he in the video? Did he say hi to you in the video chat?
Yeah.
He said hi too?
At that time... Hello?
Did he say hi too?
Yeah.
Was he giggling or drunk, or what was his state?
He didn't seem drunk. He was just like saying hi, like that's it. But he didn't seem like drunk or anything.
Did he seem excited to be on a video chat?
No.
So he wasn't too happy about it?
He was just like like in the other videos, kind of like, hey, whatever. But since it was just me, I guess he wasn't too excited. He was just like, hey, Alexa, or whatever, and then that was that.
Huh.
And that was that.
Wow, interesting.
Can you hear me? Because I'm like out in my car.
Oh no, I can hear you just fine. So, is there anything else memorable about her relationship to Omar?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
All I know is that, like I said, she always wants the attention, thinking everybody wants her, and if the ding dong is not aiming at her, she takes it personal. So it's kind of like, that's what it comes down to. She just likes the attention. I guess she was just calling me to be like, hey, I'm here with Omar. Like, just kind of get attention.
Yep. Heard. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate you giving me that insight. Okay. Seriously, come on. If you're gonna hang out. So, Pendeja for Fraud would have you believe, or would have Alexa believe, try to make her believe, or told her the lie that she was hanging out, wasted, and half naked in the bedroom, in the bed of Omar Navarro, but they didn't do nothing inappropriate.
No, just giggle, just drinking, just hanging out, half naked, hanging out, just drinking.
Where was Jean Me Ponen el Cuernín Faraón at?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you have some say in that? Wouldn't you be upset if
you would think so? Is that
your wife was hanging out naked in a hotel drinking with some rando?
Yeah, this is why people went, "You're married?" When she, when it came out that she's married, and also she says that she never drinks, or and all this stuff. So it's like, that's the real goods right there.
Well, he doesn't seem to say anything or care. Jean Me Ponen el Cuernón Cabrón, silent as the grave. Doesn't have anything to say. What it does tell me is how similar these two people are. Some people are mentioning that Paloma slept in the same room with David Basolto when she was at the White House. Oh my God. Are some of you insinuating that she does sexual favors in exchange for actual favors? Like entry to the White House, airplane tickets, trips here, there, and yonder?
Yep.
What? Oh, wait. There's evidence of the fact that she has, and that she's used credit cards of people that she's been expressing money from to pay for her and her friends, and even her creepy husband's expenses and needs. Nothing is out of their reach. Nothing is beyond them. I am not surprised to hear the long list of men that she has gone through. It seems to be what she does. I wanted to thank everyone for being here, for supporting our work, for sending me information about this topic and many others that we have covered. And I would like to thank our sponsors, especially our newest sponsor.
Yes, our newest sponsor. Make my life great again. Paloma4Trump.com. That's Paloma, 4, Trump.com.
What? Mary wrote, ooh, this is a big one. Somebody asked, where's her husband? Shouldn't he be worried about that? That he will see her in these videos, on this video. And Mary said, in response to that person, her husband limps her out. Something that sounds like that.
Yep.
He sent her, the husband, sent her lingerie and high heels when she was sleeping with a married man.
Wow.
Well, there you have it, gentlemen. Ladies, that's all we needed to see. Oh, and Paloma for Trump. No relation to Paloma for Trump, by the way.
Yeah.
In the comments said, Jean Faraón is my pimp daddy. I mean, the picture is coming clear to me. Thank you, Big Troll, for all of your support. Thank you, Jerry for Trump, Juke Cindy Defense Fund.
Oh, yes.
Yes, from the class action lawsuit.
That's right.
I haven't heard nothing about the class action lawsuit or the $200 million lawsuit that's coming our way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have some hard days ahead of us.
Yep, for sure.
Folks, we wanted to bring you a Monday Fun Day report and share with you some of our thoughts on these frauds like Navarro.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, who better to endorse a fraud like Navarro than a fraud like Paloma for Trump?
Exactly.
That is all we have for you tonight. We really want to thank all of those of you who supported us tonight on Super Chat and all of those who share and support and like our work. Pound that like button. Please subscribe and share this show.
Mm-hmm.
Buenas noches from Mexican Crossing Lines with Cindy Gomez-Schempp
and Duke Gomez-Schempp.
You've been listening to 88.1 FM, KPPPLP, Fargo Moorhead, where we are adding local color to your airways. Buenas noches.